What's up YouTube, it's your boy Chris with More Fitness. Today I'm going to be running through my top 5 chest workouts. So if you're ready to grow your pecs, your chest, your tatas, your bahukas, whatever you want to call them, come along for the ride. So first on the list is obviously going to be bench press. Bench press, you can get a heavier load by loading the chest and pushing up the weight, which I'll demonstrate how I do it in the form that I use. And everybody do different forms and it's a proper form for everything. I'm not saying my form is the best for any of the workouts that I do, but it's been working for me and I have prevented injury. So for bench press, I usually set up everything before I get under the bar. The rack that I have, I usually put it at 16, 17. This is the Fitness Gear Pro Series from Dick's Sporting Goods. So I'll get under the bar, get my hands at a comfortable position, which is usually, so I got a little notch on both sides about here. I usually stick my pinkies there or my middle fingers there if I want a slightly wider grip. But for the demonstration, I'll go pinkies, just closer to shoulder width. And that's the easiest way I can measure shoulder width. I used to do what we like to call suicide grip, but I've recently changed to the normal grip, I would say. But I'll get the weight up, try to pinch my shoulder blades together. When I'm coming down, I'll keep my arms at a 45 degree angle. And when I get to my chest, I usually want to hit about the nipple line or a little lower. And then when I push up, push, come back to full extension of the arms. Another way I do it, I also have another line. It's like rough surface, smooth surface, rough, smooth, this little indentation that I was talking about. Then rough for the rest of the way of the bar. I can go thumbs extended to the edge of the smooth surface on the inside, grip there. Same thing though, with the 45 degree angle. 45 to chest, and press up to full extension. And that's how I perform bench, and that is my favorite chest workout. Let's go to number 2. So my second favorite chest workout is pretty much the same thing as the first, but it's with dumbbells. It's the dumbbell bench press. I mean, the name speaks for itself. Same thing, I'll set up my bench and my dumbbells for the weight that I want. I'm using the Power Block dumbbells, Power Block Pros, if you want to make that investment. These are adjustable dumbbells, so I can go anywhere between 10 to 90 pounds. Now it sounds like a sponsorship. Anyway, same setup, flat bench. If I'm using a heavy weight or lightweight, I usually kick one dumbbell up as I'm leaning back with my knee, get this one set up kind of on my shoulder, and then kick the other one back as I'm leaning back. Then push up, and same situation to just go 45. And with dumbbells, you can get a little bit more of a stretch because the bar isn't stopping you, and you get more freedom of hand movement. So you can go wider, or more narrow. But the main objective is to hit that 45 degree angle and get that chest stretch as you're going through the exercise. And that's how I get out of it. I'll demonstrate that again, a little slower. So once I'm up and I'm complete, I'll turn my hands to a more neutral state, kick my knees up, put the weight on my knees, and as I put the weight on my knees, I'll kind of let the weight bring me up to my sitting position. And with that, let's move on to number 3. All right, so my third favorite chest exercise is the same thing pretty much as the last two, or the first two. It is the incline bench press with the barbell. Same rules apply, 45 degree angle, chest press. Still want to pinch your shoulder blades, or try to pinch your shoulder blades together throughout the exercise. The way I learned to pinch your shoulders back to actually hit your chest, I actually saw someone physically put a football under their lower back to get that arch, or arc, however you want to say it. And that's how they pressed it. But the way I did it, I just imagined the football there instead of actually going to get one. Another way you can do it is using a foam roller. I have one here. Using a foam roller to put under your back and that's how you get your arc. Mine isn't as exaggerated. I just kind of pinch my shoulder blades to something that's relatively comfortable and go from there. But the way you do it, my bench is about 30 degrees, give or take. Same hand placement, either the thumb from the inside smooth or pinky on the indentation. See, I start and like this is how I'll look before I pinch my shoulder blades, how I get my hands right. Then after that, I'll pinch my shoulder blades. That's almost activating me pushing up the bar. So relaxed, hands already set, pinch my shoulder blades together, unrack the weight, bar, however you want to call it. 45-degree angle, chest, nipple line, press up, and same motion. But it's not a straight bar path as a lot of people like to believe. It's more of a arc. So if you're looking at it from the side, once I hit my chest is lower than where my finishing position is. So it'll be like my chest and then the starting position is here. So it's like an arc that goes and not just a straight up and down path. But on to number 4. So for my 4th favorite chest exercise, I'm gonna call it Old Reliable, because you can do it any and everywhere without any equipment. As long as you got your arms and your body, you got everything you need. And if you don't know what it is by now, it's the push-up. Great for beginners, great for intermediate. It's great to finish off workouts since you can't load a lot of weight unless you got a weight vest, which I do have. But yeah, I use it as a finisher for most of my chest day workouts, or I use it for supersets. But yeah, same thing, you get your hands set. You wanna have your body in a straight line, hands about shoulder width apart or a little wider than shoulder width. If you go a little wider, it hits more of your chest, but if you go shoulder width, it hits more tricep. So, go a little wider. Same thing, 45-degree angle, go down, push up, and want to keep your body as straight as possible. I got a slight dump truck, so it doesn't looks like I'm arcing my back, but I'm not, I promise. It's my body straight. Get the full range of motion. And that can be done a lot of different ways. A lot of people go chest to floor to straight arm, and they call that 1 rep. Some people go about 4 to 6 inches off the ground, straight arm, call that another rep. Some people go 90 degrees to straight arm, and they call that a rep. I like, my range of motion is about 3 to 6 inches off the ground to straight arm. So I go about this low. You can't see that, but I'll move the camera back a little bit. So I'll go about this low and push up. Sometimes I'll let my chest hit the ground, but my starting position is my 1 rep finishing position. And there you have Old Reliable. On to number 5. Last but not least, we got the decline bench press. I do this one the least, but it's still on my top 5 because it's still exercise that you can load pretty heavy, still get some pretty good results. Rules are all the same for the decline bench press as well. 45-degree angle, pinch your shoulder blades together, hands about shoulder width apart, push the weight. Yeah, it's relatively the same. Set up the same way, fall back under the bar, set your hands where you want them, pinch your shoulder blades together. Right now this is a little low for where I would set it. I would have it about here, but that's neither here nor there. So get the weight up, go down, push the weight up, and I think you can see it a little better about the bar path that I was talking about. I'll go a little slow. So I'll go down to mid-chest or nipple line, press up, and that's the bar path. It's not straight up and down. I mean, you can still get something out of that, but you can load a little more if you go with the curved bar path. And that's the suicide grip I was telling you about a little bit ago. I default to it sometimes, and sometimes I'll go the normal way of doing it. And there you have my top 5 chest exercises. It wasn't in any particular order of my favorite to least favorite or most effective to least effective. It's just my top 5. Rank them however you want in your list, but they're pretty effective and they get the job done. If you like seeing content like this, come back next week for my 5 least favorite chest workouts or chest exercises. It's been your boy Chris from More Fitness. Later.